Ed Fern, you are always first. Bro, how do you do it? Star Secrets, good to see you too. You're always on early too. Hey, Jacinto and Channel. Hello, guys. Thanks for joining. Michelle, good to see you. Blissful Abundance, hey, how's it going? Robert, Brian, Pandora, what is up? Australia, wow. Gina, how's it going, Gina? Good to see you on here. Let's give a sec for people to hop on. I didn't run that far today, like 3.9 miles, something like that. Kept it kind of chill. I played basketball last night, and I'm going to play basketball tomorrow morning and lift weights. So I don't want to show up at the gym all fatigued or anything. So good to see you guys. All right, cool. Got a lot of people on already. My first minute here. Another Australian. Hey, Pauline, how's it going? And Barb and Kathy and Megan and Shelly Holstead. How's it going, guys? Raphael. All right, Raphael. If you're enjoying a steak, you're just here to troll. So we don't really need to hear about you eating dead animals, bro. So anyway, yeah, if you guys want to talk about anything, ask me any questions. I'm just chilling out after my run here, catching my breath, getting my energy back together so I can drive safely. Yeah, Vegan Zombie, I know a little bit about his high cholesterol stuff. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Has he been able to lower yet? I don't think he's had another blood test since he started his whole Dr. Esselstyn inspired diet, right? I mean, cholesterol, and it can't. A lot of that is genetic too. Some people have really low cholesterol as vegans, and others are higher. Mine's a little bit on the higher side too. He did lower. Yeah, you should be able to. I mean, there are ways to raise it, like I did, eating saturated fat, coconut oil from ice cream. But yeah, if you avoid that stuff, it will go back down. But how far down? That's genetic. See this little gash here, guys? I got that playing basketball yesterday. A guy hit me in the face, fouled me, and I was going up for a shot, and he said, "What foul? I didn't hit you. I didn't touch you. I just got all ball." And a few minutes later, this appeared. So there was proof right there that it was indeed a foul. I hate when people complain about fouls. If you hit someone in the face, you just it's like adds injury to insult to injury when you deny it. Any updates on the guy eating the all meat diet? No, he's still alive. I saw his Instagram or YouTube or whatever. He's still alive. Still, and I saw he made a video explaining how why his I think his fasting glucose levels are so high and how he doesn't have diabetes. So yeah, I should check that out. Or maybe Mike the Vegan should go and read through that one. But yeah, has a whole video denying how he has any signs of illness because he's buff. He's got big ass muscles, so there's no way he could be diabetic or sick or anything like that, or low in testosterone. Cool, Vaughn. Yeah, it is kind of cool right now. It's like overcast. I'm right by the coast, so it's overcast, and there's a breeze too, which kind of sucks. So I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be able to hang out here. I remember last time I did this 2 weeks ago, I just got chilly. I was like shivering. So we'll see how long I can handle this wind. I don't like cool breezes blowing all my body warmth away. Ann Gentry. Who's Ann Gentry? I used a swear word, 619. I didn't notice that. I apologize if I did. I swear, but not usually on camera. Cool. Advice for beginners running, Ashlyn. Yeah. If anyone's interested in getting into running, my advice is to start slowly in many ways, like go at a slow pace. Use your smartphone or get a running watch or something and go at a slow pace, like 11, even 12-minute miles, and go short distances. Because your body might not be ready, isn't ready. If you're not already pounding your body like playing basketball or tennis on hard courts, odds are your joints and tendons and ligaments aren't ready yet for the pounding of running. So yeah, start with walking, get your body ready. When you feel ready, do short runs like half a mile, work yourself up to a mile, and go at a slow pace. And you have to be patient. Do it for many months. If you don't have any patience, then get into something like cycling or swimming where the impact is minimized. So, but yeah, that's for running. You got to be patient, or else the chances of getting a running related injury is high because the impact of the sport. Is being vegan good? In what way, Mia? That's a great question. And in what sense are you asking about good? And I'll try to give you my best answer. 5'5" and 101 pounds is awesome for a runner. Are you kidding, Ashlyn? That's like runner's body. I don't have runner's body. You guys probably know I'm 6'5" with my shoes on, 6'5" and a 185, 186 odd pounds. That's horrible runner's body. Good runners, fast runners, I should say, fast distance runners are light. They're light little people. You know, they're not like, you know, looking like professional basketball player sized bodies like mine. That's for sure. Shelly, 3-week vegan anniversary. Awesome. Awesome. Good for you. If you can do it 3 weeks, you can do it forever because you've already changed your gut flora to absorb, to process, prefer plants, making it healthy. Yeah, I'm tall. It took me a couple years to figure out my body for running is wrong. I mean, it's thin and lean, that's good, but being 6'5" and 180 pounds is horrible for distance running. It's great for sprinting and stuff like that, but it sucks for like running like, 5Ks, 10Ks, all that kind of thing, half marathons. Hey, Dios mio, the haps is we're just chilling here, having a chill out conversation here. Cool, did I answer your question, Mia? I wasn't sure. I thought you were asking how is vegan good. Do I do short distance sprinting? Yeah, I mean, I'll do intervals, James. Like today on our run, I ran with my running club. It was like, I did a 4-mile run, but I have little points within the run that I do some intervals. Like there's a bridge here, a nice long bridge. So I won't sprint, but I'll run pretty quickly up the bridge. So a couple, intervals like that. But I do go to the track. I used to go to the track, but I do sprint on the basketball court. Hey, Bradley the Wolf. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for the super chat tip there. Thanks so much. And let me read Bradley's question. Hey, Ryan, can someone still be called vegan if they eat nothing but fruits? Well, look at the definition of vegan. If you look it up on Vegan Society, it's, not eating animal products, seeking to reduce as much animal cruelty as much as possible. So by that definition, yeah, why wouldn't you be vegan if you're eating nothing but fruits? Yeah, totally. I try to ask why you're eating nothing but fruits and figure out why you want to restrict a whole class of plant foods away. But yeah, you're full on vegan for sure. Annie, oh yeah, I've been pretty athletic most of my life, inclined to do sports, but I think I'm actually more athletic and more coordinated and more fit, more conditioned now than I was like, when I was like 25 or something like that. You guys know I'm 50 right now. Angie, yeah, Ashlyn, she was effing around with some jackfruit that she didn't like, some fresh, jackfruit from the store. Cut open fruit, and it wasn't sweet enough, so she tried to turn it into sloppy joes for me, and I had it yesterday. Yeah, I want to let you guys know if I'm not seeing your question, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I'm just trying. There's 116 on at this particular one, 115 of you guys, so I will try my best. Just ask it again, copy and paste it. The best marathoners are Kenyans and they're tall. No, look that up, bro. They're all under 6 feet. Look it up. Look, the guy who forgot his name, Chipogi, is that his name? The guy that almost ran a 2-hour marathon. They look tall because they're so lean, but they're short. They're like I'm short compared to me. Like check it. Just Google marathon world record and get the dude's heights. These guys are under 6 feet. They're more like 5'7", maybe 5'8", or something like that. Water fasting, great question, Chris. What would you hope to get out of a water fast that you couldn't say get out of maybe doing a fast with smoothies or just eating a clean, whole food, plant-based diet? Duran Rider is getting a ton of views on what, EcoMal? I thought everyone just kind of like left him a while ago. Left watching him because he just slanders people and narcs out basically. All right, congrats, James. Vegan for 5 months. Awesome, good job there. Let's see. Ann Gentry, the founder of Real Food Daily. That's sad, really. It's like, if that's true, I'll double check that. If that's true, that's like, Cafe Gratitude, their owners, like, being all vegan, promoting vegan. All of a sudden, no, we're gonna eat animal stuff again. So that's really unfortunate. Yeah, I've totally watched the Unmasking series. Yeah, fully. Yeah, it's yeah, he's what's his name? Norwegian. Yeah, he's pretty thorough in his research, wouldn't you guys say? Um, and what he's talking about just backs up stuff I've been hearing around from people too, and some from people out here in the United States. A girl out here in the United States. So, yeah, there's stuff that even Norwegian doesn't know about. So yeah, and I called out Duran Ryder, what, year and a half ago, telling him to check himself because he's like, acting all narc and he's better, he's on his way to wrecking himself, and he didn't take any of that advice whatsoever. In fact, it's gotten even worse. So, yeah. And the sad thing is, if you go and check out like Harley's Tumblr, all he does is just keep perpetuating the lies. He says, you know, Hebo's girlfriend banged half of Thailand. How come Hebo doesn't show the sexting text? Like, well, Hebo showed everything, Norwegian showed everything. It's up to Harley to show anything. He hasn't showed jack other than just lies and slanders. So yeah, I think he did a great job on this. But yeah, I don't plan to do a video about it. I know some people have asked, like, why should I make a video about it for? I don't want to talk about that guy on my channel, and Norwegian and Vegan Gains have already done it. What can I add? Yep, he's a bad person. He sucks. How can we help and contribute? I'm talking about it right now, but yeah, I'm not gonna bother making a video about it. Yep, he's a bad person. That's really not what we do on our channel, is call out people for being bad people, even though he is. Let's see. Sean Baker Vegan Recovery Group. What the F is that? I've heard him talk about it, and I thought that was one of his video titles. Is that what he thinks he's doing? He's such an idiot. I mean, come on. I mean, he's got horrible blood tests. He thinks he's healthy. This is the doctor that eats nothing but meat, by the way, if you don't know who Sean Baker is. He eats nothing but meat. He's his hemoglobin A1C test puts him at the high end of pre-diabetic. His fasting glucose puts him in full-on diabetes. His good cholesterol's low, his bad cholesterol's high, but he thinks he's healthy, and he says it's because he can deadlift 500 pounds. So you learn this first here. This is coming from a doctor. If you have horrible blood tests, horrible lab results, but if you can deadlift 500 pounds, his testosterone is low too. So if you have horrible lab results, but if you can deadlift 500 pounds, that means screw the blood test. So that's yeah. And the fact is, I can't find any other medical doctor, even though he's not a practicing one right now, that agrees with that deadlifting 500 pounds nullifies bad blood results. Yeah, I mean, and as a point of comparison, I compared my lab results with him. We're the same age, born the same year, and all my results are within range. Some are a little higher than others, but they're all within range, and his were whack, totally whack. But yep, he's got a big arm. How do you prevent bloating on a high carb diet? What happens after I have a smoothie? My belly looks a little bigger, but it goes back down. There's long-term bloating that you get when you eat lots of like salty foods. That'll happen. That's longer. That's real bloating, because that's salt. You take on water. It takes days for that to clear out. So avoid salty foods. Eat as much whole food plants without putting salt in it. But yeah, if you get some bloat, like the short-term bloating after a meal, especially after like a smoothie, it happens. It's just how it works. Let's see, what else you guys talking about? Yeah, avoid salt, Patrick. You got it. If you're concerned about bloating, I try to not have salt. I mean, I never put it on my food at home, but when you go out to restaurants or vegan events or whatever festivals, there'll be some. Favorite weather for running, Dios mío? Weather like this, man, when it's cool, no sun out, a little nice breeze. The headwind was a little strong, making me have to expend a little bit more energy, but it felt nice on the tailwind. But yeah, this is it. This is perfect running weather. Actually, a little bit cooler than this would be perfect running weather. If you're running fast, that's when you're really warming up your core. And the cooler the weather, the better for the core. Studies have shown that on marathon runners, I think it was like 55 degrees is the ideal temperature for elite marathoners to run as quickly as possible and keeping their core temperature down. So yeah, for running fast, you want cold weather. Um, let's see. Hey, Kay, you're back to asking all the wacky questions again, huh? Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people have postulated that Sean Baker, the all-meat doctor, was cycling off steroids for his blood test, so that explains his testosterone. I have no idea, you know. Yeah, it's been speculated. He hasn't denied it. What temperature is it right now? Let's see. I think I can tell on here. 65. Yeah, it's a good temperature for running. 65 degrees for sure. Um, yeah, giving up salt for blood pressure, cool. Yeah, salt's not a necessary thing to put in food. You know, it's unfortunate so many restaurants and stuff go crazy with salt and olive oil and all that stuff. Yeah, all salt's the same. They'll all have a bloating effect, but I said that's not a bad thing. I don't get paranoid about it. I just find I don't need the flavor of salt to make food taste good. Angie, you know, it's the same way. You know, but yeah, we'll get some, of course, when we go out to restaurants. So, you know, I say just try to avoid it, but don't like go crazy. Don't be extreme about it because you're gonna make life difficult. You know, it's not gonna do anything too bad for you. Have I used miso? Are you talking about like miso soup? Wow, questions are flying by here. You didn't know how old I was until I told us and seeing you in this video. Thanks. Yeah, people have no idea how old I am. You know, it's weird. Um, it's hot in Vegas. Wow, yeah, vegan diet can help with overheating. You know, especially eating lots of like the raw stuff. You know, fruit and stuff like that. I tend to eat more fruit in the summertime just because there's more abundance of it. LeBron to Lakers, we'll see. That's, you know, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens in the offseason. I think the NBA draft is tomorrow. Then next month we'll start seeing people leaving teams and getting traded. So we'll see how that helps out. Oh, miso is a salt substitute. Never had it. What about brain health, Susan? What about, that's just a wide open topic there. What do you want to talk about? I look pretty old. Yeah, I'm probably look old compared to you, Kay. I'm just taking a guess there. I'm older than most people watching. Um, yeah, he might go to Houston, but he might be able to get Chris Paul out of Houston and into the Lakers. So we'll see how that works out. Let's see. Hi, Rebecca. VegFest had meat food trucks? Are you kidding, Patrick? That sucks. Was there anyone to talk to and say, hey, this is a veg fest? Like most all veg fests are vegan, or at least vegetarian. I've heard of a few vegetarian ones, but with meat, that just goes against the whole spirit. I mean, this is freaking 2018. Why are they serving meat at a veg fest? I mean, what makes it a veg fest anymore if there's meat there? It just kind of defeats the whole purpose. Do I consider myself to be a wise man? I mean, I'm wiser now than I was 10 years ago and 20 years ago. I'm wiser in comparison to myself, but am I a wise man in general? I don't know. You know, that's to be determined. I don't really care. That's kind of narc to sit there and think, I'm so freaking wise, bro. You know, I'm just wiser than, hopefully you gain some wisdom as you age through the years. Will Keep It Car be available in Spanish? Wow, you're the first person to have ever asked that, Pedro. Probably not. I mean, that would require a lot of work to do. If we find there's a big demand for it, we could try to work with someone to help us translate and convert it. But yeah, that would be a big project. And she's at home right now. No, she doesn't come with me on these running club days. She is not a runner. Even though she rode her bike a decent amount of, she probably went out riding for about an hour today in the morning. Have I ever slipped up on veganism? No, Oscar, no, and hell no, no. I mean, slipped up, why? I mean, the thought of eating animal products repulses me. It disgusts me. Just like when I smell someone walking by with a nicotine cigarette, it really grosses me out. You know, not a weed cigarette, but a nicotine cigarette grosses me out. Same thing, if I smell someone or see someone eating a burger, I want to puke, you know? So no, why would I be tempted by something that actually repulses me? No, never. It's not an issue whatsoever. What kind of bike do I have? I haven't been riding that much, Heather, just because, weather like this. I got my bike for when it's too hot to run, and it's been a really cold, windy year in Southern California, the coldest one since we started our channel. But I have a giant Contend SL2, I guess it is, the second to the top one. I got it a few years ago. I saw how they've upgraded stuff on it since then, but yeah, it's a nice little bike for the price. It really is. Oh, Tracy, you saw me having a nice time with our cats there, huh, on Instagram. Cool. Now, if you're not following us on Instagram, check us out. We're at Happy Healthy Vegan, at Happy Healthy Vegan, all just one word, on Instagram. And also, let me plug our band, Love Spirals. We just started it a few months ago. We've already grown it to about like 325 odd people pretty quickly. So let's get some more on there. It's Love Spirals Official, all one word, at Love Spirals Official on Instagram and YouTube for that matter. I mentioned that because we've been releasing a lot of content on our Instagram and YouTube. Music, us playing songs in our studio, just odd photos on Instagram and stuff like that of our instruments. A lot of people ask about my guitars, and I haven't talked about them too much here, but I'm talking about them on Instagram. So follow us there, Love Spirals Official. And same thing, Love Spirals Official on YouTube. So go hit those follow and like or whatever buttons on there. Subscribe. Does Angie ever make a cherry pie? Similar to the one in Cape Cod. Well, when cherries are in season, and that would be now. So I will remind her to make a cherry pie because we love cherry pies. Thing is, often we're really busy and we kind of forget to make stuff like that. Defensive Food on Netflix. I haven't seen it yet. A lot of you guys have been asking. I'll check it out for sure. Just been quite busy lately. Recommendations for non-dairy milk. Okay, if you honestly like soy milk, Greg, that's cool. Yeah, my favorite is almond milk, vanilla unsweetened. In fact, I have some in the back of my car right now because I just stopped by the market before the running club. So yeah, almond milk, vanilla unsweetened is my favorite. Cool, Tracy, you got all the feeds there of ours. Cool, thank you. Okay, I'll watch the doco. How do you find a plant-based primary care doctor? I should do a video about that because I'm learning a little bit more about it. I personally don't have one yet, but yeah, look around. Really, you don't need to have a plant-based doctor, even though that's awesome. What you need is a doctor who at least understands that not eating meat is actually a good thing. It's good for your health. It's good for not getting diseases. It's good for not getting diabetes. It's good for not getting heart disease, and it doesn't cause deficiencies. So if you at least have a doctor that understands those very basic principles, the ones that the American Dietetics Association are aware of, you should be okay, because that's how my doctor is. I don't even know if I'll be able to keep that doctor anymore. I think they're taking away the insurance I've had for the past few years and stuff, so we'll see. Anyway, what do I think about keto? What do you think I think about keto, and why would you want to do keto for when you can just eat whole food plants? What do you think keto will give you that eating whole food plants or going on some kind of smoothie challenge wouldn't do? Why is Vegan Gains so angry all the time? He's just Vegan Gains. That's just who he is. He's a different kind of person, Part of it's persona too. I know people that have met him in real life, and they say he's a lot friendlier. Angie's chatted with him a few years back on Skype, and yeah, he's not as angry as he seems. That's part of his persona. But yeah, he's more angry than a normal dude for sure. Am I a beach bum, Gina? No, not a beach bum. I see real beach bums. I'm not even close to being a beach bum. Megan XX, she went vegan a year and a half ago. Awesome. Yeah, see? Yeah, once you're vegan for a month, there's no desire to go back, there's none. Yeah, he has an odd personality trait, Ollie Ford. Yeah, we're talking about Vegan Gains. Yeah. And again, he's cool. I'm not bagging on him anyway. People are trying, what makes Vegan Gains Vegan Gains? He's unique. He has, his mind is wired a little bit differently than an average person. Yeah, Megan, I kind of guessed from your picture that you're a teen, and it totally can be done, It's cool that you're able to do it as a teen, though, because I kind of tried to be a vegetarian for when I was a teen, living at my mom's and dad's, and it was hard. I did it for a few months, but not being in control of the food made it difficult. So if you have some more support in the family, that can really, really help you out. Yeah, I hear you, Here you, Mail Hut 65, one of the best things you've ever done, one of the best things I've ever done. Do you think we're going to live to see the end of the animal industry? Who knows? Who knows, you know? The what rate vegans growing, you know, we don't actually have to see it in, even though that's kind of the goal. You know, even if we make it decrease 50% or 75%, it's going to have profound effects on society, on the world, on our health, on the planet. So yeah, it would be nice to see it gone, but like I said, even to 50%, if we knocked it down 50% from where it is now, it'd be rad. Have I tried high-fat vegan? I kind of unintentionally tried it. When I first got into raw, I was following stupid recipes and ideas from like David Wolf, and I didn't realize it was a super high-fat vegan full of like nuts and butters and all this crap, and it sucked. It really, really sucked. Never want to try that again. What do I think about 80-10-10 now? And should I buy the book? No, you don't need to buy the book. All it really says is eat fruit and raw food, basically fruit, because cooked food is bad and meat's bad. He's right on that, but the cooked food is bad. It's just crap. I've shown how there's no science supporting any of his claims about how bad cooked food is for you. Basically, his idea is right, eat whole food plants, but he's wrong in trying to exclude whole food plants that aren't raw. So yeah, I mean, you really don't need to read his book to get that. Cool. Vegetable Police does great on a high-fat vegan diet. Awesome for Vegetable Police, you know? Counting calories and losing weight as a vegan? I've never counted calories before. Favorite meal from Keep It Carb? Right now, I'd say anything involving cherries. So she has that Black Forest smoothie recipe, which is a smoothie filled with cherries. I totally forgot how she had a cherry pie recipe in there. So that sounds awesome too right now. Wow, someone has a billboard in LA promoting their vegan video? Wow, someone has some funding, that's awesome. Oat milk, probably a long time ago. Yeah, I don't remember much about it. I'm just so into almond milk, so, you know, I'm just kind of like stuck there right now because I find it so, you know, it's just perfect for me. Thoughts on agave nectar? Yeah, I'll use that sometimes when I make oatmeal. In fact, almost all the time when I make oatmeal, I'll sweeten it up with some agave nectar. Yeah, I mean, just don't go crazy or anything, but yeah, a little something like that will help sweeten it up a bit. Let's see. Do we avoid plastic? Well, it's hard. I mean, I try to recycle, like, you know, I don't buy plastic, like water in plastic bottles. We'll just take our stuff out. Like, I bring my water bottle with me. I've got some kind of metal canteen thing, green canteen, something like that. Holds a boatload of water. So yeah, we try to not, but then when you go to the market and you buy stuff, you know, get like a loaf of bread or something like that, it comes in plastic. So, you know, it's tough to like be plastic free, but we're mindful of it and try not to use plastic unnecessarily. Thoughts on omegas? What's your thought about omegas there, Carla? That you're not going to get enough as a vegan? I mean, there's, yeah, nuts and seeds are your friends there. You know, flax seeds. I'm eating cashews. I'm eating pumpkin seeds all the time. You know, I've done a video about it. Mike the Vegan's done a video about it. Vegans are not deficient in omega-3s or anything like that. Yeah, check out Mike the Vegan's video. I think his is better than mine. I'll give credit where credit's due. Go look at Mike. Just look on YouTube. Mike the Vegan, DHA, omega-3, or essential fatty acids, something like that. Find his video on it. But yeah, what do I take? I tell you, I just have nuts and seeds, and I'm not deficient in anything according to any of my blood tests. How to cure a cold or flu, Jesse? I wish I could tell you, because I had some kind of 3-week-long cold or flu back in March, and it sucked. I don't think there is a cure. I mean, yeah, I don't think eating plants is going to cure it. You know, it's just, you just got to let it run its course. I know of no cure for that stuff. It sucks. You would think, yeah, you know, like fruitarians, yeah, raw food cures anything. It doesn't cure a cold or flu, and even just eating how we eat doesn't cure a cold or flu, Jesse. I wish. Yeah, you can try things to help ameliorate, mollify your symptoms, but nothing's going to cure it. Let's see. Best foods for a vegan to gain weight. Let's see, you're 5'10" and weigh 117. Let's see, you know, that's a good question. I'm probably not a great person to ask on that because I've never had a phase where I like actively trying to gain weight, but I actually am gaining a little more weight right now because I'm doing less running and more basketball and weightlifting. I would suggest more, just a little bit higher balance of fats. You know, like instead if you're having like, you know, 10 to 15% of your calories come from fats, bump it up to 15 to 20%. More nuts, more seeds, stuff like that. So you might want to ask someone like maybe Plantriotic. I remember he gained a lot of weight when he was trying to get buff when he first started becoming a bodybuilder. But he's not anymore, but I remember he gained a lot of weight pretty quickly. Flat Earther, are you serious? Do you want to get banned? That's a silly effing question. Um, let's see. Do you eat some refined sugar? I mean, I might get it on occasion, like I said, when I go out to a restaurant or a vegan event. You know, I'm not in control of the food, but yeah, I don't buy refined sugar. I don't put refined sugar in any of my food or anything like that. Let's see. Yeah, good comeback there. Conscious consumption, nice. Um, Herbal infusions. That's cool. I mean, I'm already doing pretty good on the vitamin mineral front. So, oh yeah, Brian Turner. Yeah, Brian Turner, my weightlifting bro there. Ask him too. He's good for gaining weight. He knows how to bulk up and on. So look, yeah, that's exactly how his name's spelled. Look for Brian Turner. He's a very popular bodybuilder, weightlifter, vegan on YouTube. So check him out. He's a really nice guy too. He's just a sweet dude. Yeah, John Venus. Yeah, I don't know him as well. No, Nimai. Yeah, I just met Nimai. I met him a month ago at LA Veg Fest, and I just talked to him again this weekend at Vegan Playground in downtown. Yeah, another nice vegan guy. I'm sure he'll have some ideas on how to gain some weight too. The thing is, I'm kind of afraid their advice might be too specifically geared towards bodybuilding weight gains, which might be different if you're just not trying to bulk up, but you just want to put on a few pounds. I really think the answer is going to be upping your fat content and making sure you're not doing too much activity that's going to burn your calories through, like, you know, like running. If you're doing too much running or cycling, you know, hardcore aerobic activities, you know, for too many hours a week, you will those keep you slim. I'm running a little bit less right now, so we'll see how that affects me in the long run. Acid reflux issues, Chili. Yeah, try to avoid acidic foods like you know, kombucha and other, you know, acidic things like that. That's probably the, you know, one thing to try. I don't know if that'll do it for sure. Um, oh, that's how you gain some intentional weight up in your high fat content, huh? Yeah, Megan X, I get what you're saying there. I see it all the time. People that just don't make the connection between a lot of things. Like, yeah, like that. And I was just thinking too when I was running today, I saw this couple with this little baby they're pushing in a stroller. And I'm thinking, God, they have no idea that the world that they're putting their baby into, you know, when the baby's like, you know, 40, 50, 60 years old, might see some really horrible effects of climate change. Yet the parents aren't really doing much of anything to address that. They should be not eating animal products, you know. I mean, yeah, electric cars are cool and light bulbs are all, you know, change your light bulbs are cool, but really the number one thing to do is not contribute to the number one cause of greenhouse gases. So if you, yeah, that's what I'm really thinking. If you're really wanting your kid to have a great planet when they're an adult, you know, there's a disconnect there if you keep eating meat. Is it beneficial to run or jog backwards, Darren? Actually, it is. I don't think you need to do it all that long. I'll do stuff like that backwards and sideways, but just for little bits, like, you know, 10-second bits, just to give your muscles a different feel, you know, so you're not just doing the same repetitive motion over and again. So it kind of breaks up the monotony of running forward all the time. Yeah, I'll do that sometimes, especially on my longer runs. Sometimes I'll do it at the beginning when I'm warming up, like within the first mile, and sometimes I'll do that when I'm like maybe halfway through, just to like get the, like I said, just to, you know, change the motion that I've been doing for so long. Rice and diabetes, Perez, what's that? Because you're having a warm time with people here in your country saying you're eating too much rice. What country are you in, Perez Morris? I can't even, I can't even tell from your name. Actually, check this out, Perez. I know you can Google some stuff right now. Look at like the highest rice eating nations in the world are in Southeast Asia. Places like Vietnam, they eat more rice per capita, like 5 times more per person here at least than compared to the United States. In Vietnam, they have some of the lowest rates of adult obesity, the lowest rates of diabetes, the lowest rates of the diseases that all us people here in the United States have that are not eating that much rice. So if rice are really so bad for you to cause diabetes, why are the nations, the people in these nations that are eating the highest amount of rice, not having the same rate? They should have way more diabetes than we have here in the United States, but their rates are much lower. So it's just baloney. I mean, people can say that and they can repeat it a bunch of times, but it's not going to make it true. You have to look at the real world results, and that's what our channel's all about. Real world. What happens in the real world, not some fantasy. That's what Angie and I are noticing, that people, these anti-vegans, are just giving their fantasy, like, oh, my ancestors hunted meat for thousands of years, or yeah, when you eat rice, it's going to give you diabetes. These are just fantasies, just things they're making up in their mind to make them feel good, but they're not based on in reality. Let's see. All right, so what else you guys asking here on my... I'm staying kind of warm, so I think I can eke this out a little bit longer. I think maybe the wind is chilled out a little bit. Let's see. Blissful, what's your question there? Your shins hurt even when walking. You're doing short walks only about 5 miles at a time. Any tips? You don't want to stop. Wow. Huh. Wow. Your shins are hurting. Oh, man, I don't know what to tell you there, Blissful. 5 miles is good though. I mean, if you can do it and you're not causing any like damage to yourself, maybe you can get through it, I don't know what to tell you, Blissful. I'm kind of stumped on that one. But I'm running with like a sprained toe. I don't think it's ever gonna fix itself. I have sprained it back in February. I'm just dealing with it. I don't think I'm causing any permanent damage to it. I went to the doctor, had it looked at, had it x-rayed. They didn't see anything wrong with it, so I'm just dealing with it. So if it's, like I say, if it's the kind of pain that you can deal with and doesn't cause permanent injury, that might be it. But yeah, you might want to go to a doctor. Great one, Reverend. That's probably the best answer. Go to a podiatrist, a foot doctor, and ones that are used to like running injuries. Oh, you want to prevent shin splints? I'm not sure if I got your question there. So do you have an injury or not? Do we participate in any events? Well, we're just promoting veganism any way we can, basically, going to all sorts of vegan events. Yeah, sure, we haven't gone to any like, slaughterhouses or anything like that. But, to be completely honest with you guys, I don't think, we, and particularly Angie, have the what's the word I'm looking for? The emotional strength to deal with something like that, It's pretty gruesome, pretty horrifying, and I think our energies are better spent online and going out to vegan events in person, just spreading the message and growing veganism in general. Oh, hey, Race Lover, thanks for timing out someone. I was waiting for you or Byron to get here. I've had to put people on timeout too, so it's really helpful. Let's see. What's this about Joe Rogan there, Law of the Pack? One video with Paul Stamets in regard to mushrooms, and he mentions neurons a lot. Oh, are you talking about the plants feel pain thing? Yeah. Is agave nectar dangerous due to what you're asking about there? I don't know. I'm not a biochemist or a doctor, but I mean, let's get real here. I mean, does anyone really get diseases from agave nectar? I mean, will it cause you any kind of, disease? Will it kill you? Probably not. Other stuff is way more dangerous for you than agave nectar, no matter how it's processed or made or anything like that. Just speaking of Joe Rogan, I'm working on a Joe Rogan video right now. Not on any of the stuff you guys just asked or talked about there. I found something, in my mind, even cooler. So I'll probably film it tomorrow and Friday. So it'll probably be out like Sunday or Monday. Anyway, Anyway, do we eat honey? No, there's better sweeteners out there that are plant-based. Um, I'll check out Joe Rogan. He's always a fun cat, right? You know, good old steroid. No, that's not what he takes. He takes testosterone and one other thing, Joe, because I guess he can't get those gains without drugs, right? Um, let's see what else you guys talking about there. Yeah, maple syrup is a great one. Agave, you know, there's no need to use honey. All right, Megan X, go to sleep there. Tasha, I talked about earlier, no, I don't crave meat at all. In fact, it's the opposite. You know, it repulses me. Like, I don't like nicotine cigarettes. When someone walks by and I'm sitting here breathing this beautiful fresh air off the ocean and gets interrupted by a cigarette, I get grossed out. If someone walks by with a big dead animal hunk, of course I'm grossed out. I'm not like, hey, I wish I had some of that. No, it's disgusting, the whole concept of it. Let's see, how many cavities do we have? Actually, last time I went to the dentist, he found a little something in there that he wants to work on. No big deal, but yeah, this is one like pre-cavity situation. But it happens, you know, I'm 50, so you know, things take time to develop. But yeah, I have no more cavities now as a vegan than I did when I was a non-vegan. Stuff happens, you know, in its own rate. But yeah, it's not like I woke up one day and had 5 cavities or anything like that. Yeah, I'm in the marina down at Long Beach over by where they have Sunday Farmers Market. Is that flat earther person still talking nonsense? All right, if he says something crazy, or we can have Race Lever moderate that person. Yeah, I should have just kicked him off earlier when he was talking about nonsense. Oh, someone just went to Doomies. Yeah, there's good vegan junk food for sure. You'll flatten them. Good job, Race Lever. Oh, thank you. Carly, you live in Long Beach. Awesome. Yeah, so you know exactly where I'm at right now. You should come down and meet me, but now I'm gonna be going pretty soon because it's kind of cool and I'm gonna get back and have some dinner. Darlene, why are you asking that question over and over again? Do you have an agenda? And what is your conception of that concept? Because we might be using the same word but have completely different ideas. Have I ever cut my hair, Gina? Yes, yeah, totally. I've cut my hair many a time. Yeah, this is not like, you know, like 10 years of growth or anything like that. In fact, I have to cut my hair from time to time. It's got, you know, the ends get dry. I don't know if it's because sweat from sports or anything like that. But yes, I do cut my hair. Hey, when I feel, yeah, we're going to be down in San Diego in a couple weeks. Going to go stay down in South Park, do some vegan eating, make some vlogging when we go down there. What do I do for headaches? I don't really get headaches, so I don't have any remedies I could pass on to you. Not into astrology, that's more Angie's thing. So if I ever get her on a live stream and you're here, you can ask her about that. Iron, great money 5. Iron's in pretty much all green plants. In fact, I eat pumpkin seeds, and they're one of the like top 3 sources, plant or non-plant, of iron. So yeah, iron's easy to be found in plants. So yeah, not a problem at all. In fact, when I get my blood tests, iron is never low. I'm not anemic. You know, I've had doctors, oh, you're vegan. I really want to get your iron tested. It always comes back strong. So yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. Am I Native American? I have 1/16 of me Native American. Someone said we're going to adopt. No, not really. We're not really that wealthy or anything like that to take on real children. We have cat children, and they're expensive enough, you know, seriously. So no. In fact, we don't even have a room for where children would live right now. Our whole house is taken over by our work, basically, you know, our where we edit videos, where we record music. So we need to get a bigger place. Again, we don't have the funds, I think, right now to really take on such a responsibility. And that's really what it is. It's a awesome responsibility, and I applaud those of you that are able to do that. You know, it's awesome. Let's see, how many cats do we have? We have 2, Bodhi and Jojo. Would I adopt an adult? LB, we'll adopt you, because I suspect we'll have to do a lot less work for you, right? You look like you're old enough to do your own thing. Let's see. Do I suffer from vitamin D deficiencies? Gregory, no. I've put my blood tests up every 18 months since I've started my channel in 2013, and my vitamin D is always above 30. I think last time I went it's 37. You want to be above 30 at least above 20, but I'm always above the range. I'm always within range. I never take any supplements, ever. Never taken a vitamin D sup in my life. The only supplement I take is I go outside in the sun. Not to the point where I get fried. You can tell I'm pretty light skinned. You know, I don't get that much sun or anything, but yeah. Let's see. All right, we'll adopt you, LB. No problem. You'll be our one adoptee besides our cats here. I don't know how to prevent headaches, Chelly. I wish I could tell. Like I said, I don't really suffer from headaches, so I really don't know. One thing I have heard, and you could tell me if I'm wrong, guys, is hydration. If you're dehydrated, that could cause headaches. So make sure you're drinking lots of water. So you guys can tell me if that works. I'm always really hydrated, so maybe that's why I don't get headaches. Bradley, thanks for another super chat tip there, Bradley. Thanks, appreciate it. So let's see. Ryan, do I agree with this analogy? People hate vegans the same way some hate the New York Yankees because they're successful at what they do. Bradley, I don't know if I believe that, because most people, I don't think, know that vegans are successful. I think they think we're all crazy, we're weird hippies on this weird new age fad diet, and we're gonna die. Yeah, we'll adopt you too, Race Lover, to reward you for all your great work here as a moderator. But I don't think that's, I mean, it might be true for some folks who see successful vegan health and results, but it's changing. Most people now are not as negative. Like, maybe it's different here in California, but most people, when I talk about veganism now, are more, I should say more people react positively. In fact, I see people at the gym like, oh, I'm like 95% vegan. I would be 100% if it weren't for my blood type. And I try to tell them that whole blood type thing, diet's been debunked. They don't listen to me. But yeah, I'm seeing more people who are more plant-based now than ever. So, but I don't think too many people are jealous of us. I think they think that we think we're better than they are, and it makes them feel guilty that we're not killing animals or something like that. So I don't know, that's just my personal opinion, that's my guess. Yeah, the blood type people, I know. And they won't even listen to me. That's been debunked. People like to believe fantasies, and that's what I said. People have all these weird fantasies, and I'm all about what's true about this world. I like to know true facts about this planet out here and inside me, the planet that we all share here. I guess you don't share inside me, but you know what I'm saying, this real world that we live in. I don't believe in just fantasies. Oh yeah, my ancestors ate this, you know, be it fruit or meat, whatever. I like to know exactly what was going on. I just don't BS people. Genome type diets, yeah, maybe so. Now we can sequence a genome, huh? You have a good point there, Race Lover. Vegan diet is expensive. Tasha, what are you talking about? What is so expensive about eating rice? You know, you can get a 20-pound sack. We just got a 15-pound sack for like 10 bucks the other day. You can get a 20-pound sack of potatoes for about 5 to 10 bucks if you look around. Legumes are really cheap too. I just bought a bunch of bananas at Whole Foods, 49 cents a pound for conventional whole trade bananas, and they're cheaper if you get a case. So no, I mean, if you buy processed food, it can be expensive, and you know, processed non-vegan food's expensive too. Yeah, meat is expensive, you know, dairy is expensive, cheese is expensive. In fact, if you're unfortunate enough to live in a country where you know, poverty and famine are common, they're not eating steaks. I mean, if you only have $1 or $2 a day to live off, you're not buying hamburgers, you're eating rice, you're eating legumes, you know. So you know, vegan's actually the cheapest breakfast. I mean, I saw your thing up there of the healthy species. Yeah, there's nothing cheaper than eating plants. Unless you start getting processed food, like start going and buy a Beyond Burger or start going out to vegan restaurants, then it can get really expensive. But then even non-vegan restaurants are really expensive too. So it's not a vegan thing. But yeah, junk food is cheap. Yeah, true. That's what a lot of Americans get by on, unfortunately. They're not eating whole foods. Yep, you're right, Shelly. You're in South Carolina, oh, Tasha, but still, you don't need the restaurants, because, you know, the restaurants typically, as I was talking about, don't serve the healthiest food, you know? It's the basic, the bottom of the food chain there I'm talking about, the rice, like, you know, the grains, legumes, you know, bananas, potatoes, stuff like that. If you get our book, Keep It Carb Baby, you know, most of the recipes, strangely, are based upon one or more of those, you know, those foundational high-carb plant foods. Let's see what else you guys talking about. A water fast from Lauren Lockman. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to tell you to not eat food. Why do you need to do a water fast for? Faithfully Restored. Tell me, please, what do you perceive that a water fast will provide to you and your mind or your body at eating a simple, clean, whole food, plant-based diet like I eat? Or if you need to go on some kind of banana challenge, make smoothies for a week or a month or whatever, what do you think a water fast is going to give you besides slow down your metabolism, make you lethargic, make it difficult to go to work and concentrate? I don't know what your boss is going to think when you tell your boss, hey, I'm just doing a water fast, bro. You know, they won't have any sympathy. You won't be able to exercise like you're used to doing, assume you have one. I'm not sure what you're hoping to get from a water fast, unless you have some kind of like pretty much incurable disease. Then I would recommend somewhere like True North. We have real medical doctors supervising you all day, all night. They're measuring your labs on a daily basis. Lauren Lockman is not a medical doctor. I know he likes to position himself as some kind of health authority, but he's not. If something's going wrong with your blood, he's not going to know, because they're not taking labs as far as I know, unless he's changed that. So yeah, check out True North if you really need to do a water fast. They'll do it right, and you'll be medically supervised. You'll be safe. If something goes wrong, you have doctors there to help you. You won't be in some jungle far from a hospital or a real doctor. What's that recently? Have you ever seen the robot cooking arms on a track for your kitchen? It does cooking for you? No, I've never seen a robot cooking device. That sounds interesting. Let's see, did I miss their reason why they want to fast there? I must have missed it. I didn't see that. Anyway, Sick Mick, what do you want to talk about, Suck Mike, whatever, you know, you want to have a debate and destroy me? Okay, destroy me right now. Say something and we'll see if it destroys me, bro. What's my opinion of a family that's non-supportive of a vegan diet? My big advice would be try not to get too confrontational with them. Don't tell me, oh, you guys are all ignorant. They are, but don't make them feel bad about their ignorance, because they don't know that they're ignorant. You know, just try to show them that vegan diet is healthy. Ask them, hey, can you be open-minded? Maybe we can watch What the Health on Netflix, you know, watch Cowspiracy on Netflix, or Forks Over Knives, something like that. Show them where you're coming from, that actual non-crazy, non-quack medical doctors are behind this, not behind it, but support this, promote this. They have real results, you know, that are in these movies, particularly What the Health and Forks Over Knives. So I would try that. I still haven't seen Mike the Vegan's glucose test. You know, I'm really not too worried about glucose spikes or anything like that. You know, my blood tests are all fine. I didn't get, you know, the specific test that he did, but everything's healthy in my lab, so I'm just not really not concerned. Everything is looking good. Do I have trouble motivating myself to exercise, or is it just routine? Well, it's not motivating myself to exercise. I want to, because for me, what you call an exercise to me is fun. It's playtime, you know? Like running out here is awesome. You have a running group here I run with on Wednesdays. Yesterday I played basketball with some guys I know. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to the gym, play more basketball, lift weights. This is fun. I love doing this stuff. You know, gosh, I wish, you know, I were independently wealthy. I would do it every day, you know, or at least 5 days a week. But right now I only do stuff maybe 3-4 days a week or something like that. But no, it's fun. I love to get out and do stuff, or indoors at the gym and do stuff. Yeah, I'm 50 years old, if someone was wondering that. Thanks, Race Lever. Yeah, this 50-year-old has to be restrained. I love going out and moving my body out in the world, you know? Now I'm in Long Beach, Juju. Yeah, it looks like Redondo. I'm down at the marina at Long Beach here. Let's see. All right, Sick Muck, you're not making any sense, bro. Africans eat bricks instead of plants. That is just, I don't even know how to respond to that. It just makes no sense. So we are gonna like put you in the naughty corner and see if you can figure out why you were put into the naughty corner, brah. Okay. Do I surf? I have my longboard. I love longboarding. I haven't been surfing. I kind of only can keep up a few sports at one time. That's the thing. I have so many interests. Like I said, if I were independently wealthy, I'd surf one day, I'd play tennis the next day, basketball, run, bike. But I don't have the time, and probably I don't have the energy to do all that stuff too. But yeah, I do surf. I love the longboard. I go. My favorite breakdown locally here is Bolsa Chica. I like small longboarding waves, get all stylish, all like Joel Tudor. Let's see if anyone knows who that is. Google him. He's the most stylish surfer right now. It has been for the past decade or so. Um, what's my opinion of that Sverge dude? He's just kind of mental, right? I mean, not to be taken seriously. He's like that weird lady, that weird French German lady that I did that video on yesterday, the one that says not to eat plants because they're pure poison and they're not natural and all that. They're just like loony, right? I mean, yeah, and a lot of these people, yeah, I've noticed they claim to be vegans, but they do some weird extreme form of vegan, like say fruitarian. Not to say that's, it is a weirder form of vegan. You have to admit that because it excludes so many foods, and there's a lot of like non-scientific dogma involved in it. But I'm not bagging on. I'm just saying it is. You have to admit it is weirder than say, how we eat. We don't. There's not a lot of weird dogma in it or anything like that. Is he paid? I have no idea. I don't really watch him. I've seen a few vids, and he just seems really mental. And it's like, kind of scary too. He's so mental. He's just kind of scary looking. Let's see. Hey, Thunder Bay personal trainer, what's up? Adam and Eve were fruitarians. When they stopped eating fruit, the world went evil. Cool, that's a nice interpretation. I'm a Buddhist, so that story, or whatever you want to call it, from Genesis, doesn't really have the impact on me personally. Let's see. Do I do a no oil diet? Yeah, we don't cook with oil at home, but again, when we go out to restaurants, vegan events, yeah, there's oil in the food, and I just accept it's in there. Yeah, Genesis 1:29. I do quote that for the vegan hating Christians that come to our channel. I'll send them to Genesis 1:29 for sure, and see how they deal with that. I've been, I hate to define myself, but yeah, if someone put a gun to my head, what's your religion? I'd say Buddhist, and I've been Buddhist for, I don't know, maybe 30 years or so, most of my life. It's something I became on my own. I wasn't born into a Buddhist family or anything like that. Let's see, do I swear off camera? Yes, Tracy, I swear off camera all the time, but when I'm speaking in front of a camera, maybe it's because I'm older. I've been, in college, I've had jobs, I feel like I'm doing public speaking, so yeah, it's just kind of something carried over for that. I think you don't need to swear to speak truth. If what I'm saying is true, it's going to be true whether I curse or not curse. Yeah, a lot of, your friends from Thailand are Buddhist. Yeah, Southeast Asia. Yeah, it's where you're going to find a lot of Buddhists there. There and in the Himalayas. Let's see. Raw Living. No, I have never listened to that. Do I meditate? Yeah, not as much as I used to, not as much as I should, but I love meditation and yoga. You make things more true, Race Lever, by saying F-U-C-K. Yeah, see, if something's true, you don't need to curse. It doesn't add some truth points. It doesn't make it more true. So that's kind of my philosophy on that, my thoughts about why I don't need to cuss in videos. But yeah, sometimes I'll slip up on these live streams. But yeah, if you meet me in person, you'll probably hear a curse word or two, just how I am. But I try to keep it more professional on camera, and I think it's been rewarded. When YouTube changed their ad apocalypse thing, a lot of channels that had a lot more swearing seem to suffer more than ours. So I guess we made the right call when we started our channel. Sure, Perez, here you go. How many fruitarians has Dr. Garth tested? I know he's tested Fully Raw Christina, and I saw her blood tests actually, and I remember her triglycerides were like, wait, I have high triglycerides, even though they're within range. Hers were like double or triple. They're pretty whack, so I wonder how Fully Raw Christina's blood tests are higher than mine. And who cares, Thunder Bay? Do we need to give awards like, ooh, these people have the best blood test? I mean, either you're healthy or you're not. And All my blood labs show that I'm healthy. My athleticism and fitness show I'm healthy. I'm not on any steroids or drugs or anything like that. So if you're a little bit healthier than me, Vendor Bay personal trainer, cool. I'll send you a little star, a little medal. Seriously, I'm not being facetious. If you want that recognition of having the best health, awesome, you know, but will it really make your life extend any more than how mine will hopefully unfold, barring some unfortunate, accident or something? Hey, White Seed, thanks for the super chat tip there. Will I ever post a pic video of my guitar pedal board? Yes, for sure. In fact, I'm glad you brought that up because we're encouraging people to go to our relatively new Instagram account. Hopefully you're on Insta. And our account there is Love Spirals Official, and I'm posting a lot of photos of my guitars, me playing in our studio, me and Angie jamming in the studio. I'm showing my effects. I'm showing it all. Stuff I don't want to show on Happy Healthy Vegan because it's more of a vegan channel. So follow us on Instagram at at Love Spirals Official, and also YouTube Love Spirals Official. So go right now, follow, subscribe to Love Spirals Official, all one word, on Instagram and YouTube, and we'll get more content. I'll show you I've been posting like guitars like on Telecaster Tuesdays, Stratter days. I'll show my Strats, Gibbs Sundays. I'll show my Les Paul. So I'm showing all my gear on there. Any plans to press an album on vinyl? We're thinking about maybe doing a small run of vinyl for our next album, and we're gonna start asking you guys if you really want to do that, because you guys, if you really want it, you'll have to help us fund it, through a little Indiegogo type thing, to get the vinyl press. We can afford the CD pressing, no problem, but vinyl is kind of prohibitive. Let's see. Thanks for the link there, Race Lever, to our Instagram, Happy Healthy Vegan. And remember, not only should you follow Happy Healthy Vegan on Instagram, follow Love Spirals Official to see all our music and band related content. Oh, DeMonte, yeah, Dwayne, yeah, that song on the end of most of our videos, at least the ones I do with me, bagging on Joe Rogan and guys like that, is called Spinning Circles, and it will be on it's done. Our album is done right now. All 11 songs are done, so now we have to get it mastered. We need to produce the art, make a few music videos, but it will be on our next album, which we will have out sometime this year, in the second half of 2018, probably in the last quarter of 2018. We'll get it out before the holidays. So yeah, it's called Spinning Circles, and I'm glad you guys kept asking about that song, because I was going to leave it off our album, and kind of inspired me to finish the song up, because it's always kind of been half done, like a demo, and I finally got it to the point where it fits in with the rest of the songs. The level of production and polish matches the rest now. So yeah, thanks guys. Let's see. What else you guys talking about here? Let's see. You guys talking about Sean Baker, the meat eating doctor. I should do another vid on that dude. Let's see. Honestly, Fully Raw Christina makes 800 calorie meals. Just because it's fruit and veg doesn't mean you can't overeat. 800 calories is about right. That translates into 2,400 calories a day if she has 3 meals a day. And I think as a raw vegan, you probably need to eat a few more calories than a non-raw vegan, because I don't think it's all being absorbed. So that sounds about right for her. She's not tiny. I've met her before. She's not big, but she's not petite tiny. So that sounds about right for someone her size. Maybe it could be, 100 calories less or so, but it sounds like the right ballpark. Let's see. Let's see. So, Annie O, you don't believe most YouTubers when they talk about their diets. Just because there's some bad apples like Darren Ryder and them, doesn't mean that they don't represent me. They don't represent the other, thousands of vegans that have social media. A lot of vegans never even heard of them, So it's like, just because there's some weird narcs out there, they're a small percent. Like narcs are like, I think studies have shown maybe like roughly 10% of the population. So they don't represent the human race, and certainly those narcs that you mentioned don't represent us or the rest of vegans. So like they say, a few bad apples doesn't spoil the whole thing of apples. I know I messed that up, but I hope you get my point there. We don't lie about our diet. What we show you is exactly what we eat. Follow us on Instagram at Happy Healthy Vegan. well, this is how we eat, except when we go out to like, vegan events. Then we eat some like less healthy stuff. Let's see. Bradley the Wolf, thanks again for another super chat tip there, bro. You're the only one super chat tipping, I think, huh? Let's see. If no, one other person did, I believe. Let's see. If someone asks where do you get B12, say Gatorade. Why is there B12 in Gatorade? Because I just take that spray a couple times a week, that sublingual spray, which I didn't have to. And it's my almond milk is fortified with B12 as well, so it's not an issue. My B12 level I showed you is higher than like 95% of Americans and Canadians. It's sky high. It was already strong before I started taking the sublingual spray, and now it's like super high. So it's not it's not even an issue. What am I gonna eat when I get home? Hopefully Angie's hungry and started making us something. We'll see. Sorry, Blaze, I didn't mean to mention his name, the narc's name, but someone else had asked about them, saying, well, the narc lied about his diet. They're eating fried foods when they're raw, so I don't trust any vegans. I tell you, that logic makes no sense, because that's them. They don't reflect me. It's like saying, this meat eater friend of mine lied. I don't trust meat eaters anymore. It makes no sense. One or two examples doesn't follow that the rest of the category has the same thing that you're complaining about, or not, whatever. Anyway, all right, sick muck. You're still just talking nonsense, brah. Let's see. Let's see, faithfully restored. You're an independent Baptist Christian and a vegan of 10 years. It can be lonely. I'll say if you live in Southern California and you connect with the vegans out here, you're never gonna be lonely again. I'm serious. I kid you not, man. I know I'm just more socially active now. I wish I was in the scene years ago, but didn't exist, because I'm too old now. I get tired. I don't want to go out. It's like trust me, if you come out here, you will not be a lonely vegan if you are not afraid to go out and meet some people. There's a lot of vegans out here, and they're connected is the thing. We're not just here. We know each other. These events, we meet each other. There's no lonely vegans at these events, unless you've attended a few, I should say. You'll make some friends. Yeah, Blaze, I know what you're saying. I've seen some of his thumbnails, and I just see boobies and butts and stuff like that, and you're like, really? Really? So you're doing that for the animals, right? Showing boobies and butts, really? Whatever. It just shows you how weird that guy is. Did I see the Whole Foods commercial endorsing paleo? No, they're kind of agnostic when it comes to that. I've seen their shirts. Have you seen this new shirt they have? It says on the back like vegan, paleo, vegetarian, blah blah blah. Gluten free. We got you covered, something like that. All right, just letting you know, I'm on low power mode on my phone, so won't be able to go that long. So I can go a little bit longer though. Yep, he has boobs and butts on his thumbnails, and I saw that video that Norwegian showed when Dirt Rider was trying to address the rape charges, and he had his girlfriend. Oh no, Vegan Gain showed it. All the boobs and butts. Like, come on, really, keep it real, bro. Let's see. How do I keep it from falling apart? What do you mean by it, Shelly? Cool, we got some older vegans on here too. Some 50 plus vegans, right on. Do you think anyone goes vegan for health and doesn't care about factory farming? Yeah, for sure. A lot of people have gone vegan for their health, but like Rich Roll, for instance, he didn't give a crap about the animals at first, but once you stay a while and you learn more, and hopefully you're the kind of person that's open-minded and wants to learn, yeah, you see all the reasons why going vegan is a win. It's a win for your health, a win for the needless killing of billions of animals every year, and a win for the hastening of our planet's demise. So it's just a win of all sorts. So yeah, climate change, Blaze King, cool, you saw it for that reason. A lot of people are selfish, Blaze, so I give you big kudos there. A lot of people care about the planet, at least they say they do, but don't want to do anything all that meaningful, like they couldn't give up meat or anything like that. So what I'm saying is, yeah, hopefully you come for one reason and you learn the rest, because the more reasons you have for being vegan, the more you will stay. If you just came for one reason, like say health or woo-woo or something like that, that's when you hear about, oh, I'm started eating eggs again or eating meat again. That's where people start falling off. But once you see there's absolutely no reason not to be vegan, conversely, there's every reason to be vegan, that's when you stay. I'm vegan for life. I don't care. You know, anyone says I'm gonna stay vegan the rest of my life, write it down. You're not gonna see me, oh, Ryan started eating eggs again, or that's never gonna happen. How much B12 do I take, Jude? I don't know. I have a sublingual spray it maybe 2-3 times a week if I can remember. And it's in my almond milk that I have on a daily basis when I put some in my smoothies, and I have a little cereal at night. So I get plenty, I guess, because, you know, my levels keep going up every year. So yeah. And Race Lever points out another great reason for going vegan is all the abundance of vegan females. You know, it sounds kind of shallow, and I hope you're probably joking there, but it's true. If you're a dude, a guy, and want to meet some ladies, yeah, come to California, go to some vegan events in your area, whatever. You will probably have the numbers on your side. It's getting different though. There's more and more guys now. It was probably better a few years ago, but still, I think percentage-wise, there's a few more females than males. It's probably like maybe like 40% males now, 60 females. It's getting closer to 50-50 all the time. Oh, you're asking something about lentil love. Okay, that's a bit Shelly. Angie's always been plant-based, so it's like my love for her isn't any greater, or that's always been the same. But yeah, I mean, it works out really well that we're both on the same boat when it comes to veganism. Can old Joe Rogan go vegan? You know, never say never, huh? Let's see. Do I prefer Beyond sausages or Beyond burgers? I had the sausages at Natural Products Expo. I haven't been able to get them in the stores yet, but I think the burgers, I just kind of like the burgers. But I think the sausages are definitely cool. But again, it's not the kind of thing I want to eat all the time, you know, maybe once every few months. You know, they're pretty gnarly, full of salt and a lot of fat too. If you're looking, that guy was asking how can you put on some weight as a vegan, eat that stuff. But they're kind of expensive too, so, you know, you got to weigh it all out. What I say, the more B12, the better. Well, Dr. Greger says you really can't have too much B12. It's pretty cheap. That said, you know, anything's toxic in high enough dosage. So yeah, keep it reasonable. But you know, I would suggest before you start, you know, I'm not saying you are, but if you start obsessing about B12 or you get enough, I would suggest that you go get a blood lab done and make sure you specify. Tell your doctor, hey, I'm a vegan, I'm worried about my B12. Your doctor, oh my God, yeah, we better test your B12 because you might be dead or something like that. So yeah, that's I'm saying most blood panels will not include B12 testing. It costs a little bit more. So make sure you tell them you're vegan and you're worried about your B12, and they'll get it tested for you. And then you can see where you're at and see if you really need to up your dosage much or not, you know? So that's my suggestion. I suggest all new vegans, relatively new vegans, get a blood test as soon as you can, so you'll know if you're already low in something. So say you're low in iron already, so you won't blame it on being vegan when you get your blood tested 3 years from now. Make sure you get a test early on in your vegan life so you can know what your baseline is. Because it really bugs me. People say I was so low in this or that. Well, how many years in your vegan life did you finally wait to get a blood test? 10 years. Like, well, you should have checked a little before that, you know? All right, guys. Now my phone is telling me I have less than 10% power, so it's probably a good thing because I need to go home to Angie. So remember, follow us on Instagram, Happy Healthy Vegan. Follow our band, Love Spirals, on Instagram and YouTube, Love Spirals Official. Just go do that now that we're done. Just hit the follow, all that. And also on YouTube, make sure you go to our homepage, and if you're not already, make sure you get the notifications to follow Happy Healthy Vegan, because we're doing more with our community tab. Have you seen that on our homepage? It's kind of like a little version of like a social media thing where we make posts and you guys can comment. We'll put videos, we'll put photos, stuff like that. So make sure you get notifications. Follow us on our community tab there as well. So yeah, we're finding all sorts of new ways, more ways to communicate with you guys, and we have something in the works too that we'll tell you about in a few weeks. So anyway, I really should get going. So when is my next live stream? I do not know. Hopefully I'll be back here again around 7:15 Pacific Standard Time, when, you know, after my run with the running club. As long as the weather's good, I should be here. So yeah, I guess that's it. I don't have anything else to tell you guys. No events that will be at. In fact though, if you're in Pasadena this weekend, we just got invited to be in the general admission on the floor at the Arroyo Music Festival Pasadena. I think we'll be there both days. So if you're gonna go, let us know. There's gonna be a lot of vegan vendors there. We're gonna check it out and make a vlog about it. So yeah, so look for us there if you're in town. Thanks again, Bradley the Wolf. Much kudos to you. Thanks for all your super chat tips tonight. That's really, you've been really generous, and I appreciate that. Because yeah, we're not rich millionaire YouTubers by any stretch. So and Race Lover, again, thank you for being a wonderful moderator. When you and or Byron are here, he helped. And we'll have some new videos out for you tomorrow, a vlog. All right, bye guys.